for checking out Wrestleverse. We're going to jump right into it. So we're going to do another watch along. And this time I'm going to watch a CM Punk match. CM Punk has made his return to WWE. Some fans are pretty pumped about it. Some fans maybe not so much. I missed out on a lot of CM Punk, a lot of his matches. I didn't see a lot of it when he had his first run with WWE. I just wasn't watching wrestling at that much. I wasn't watching wrestling that much at that time. So I took a look back at some matches that CM Punk has had, and I've picked out one that I thought was a really great match and a great story. And this was kind of before CM Punk was the best in the world. This was straight edge CM Punk. So we'll get into it. We're going to watch the match from WWE's Extreme Rules 2010 against Rey Mysterio. So you know how to do that. You go to Peacock, you find wrestling somewhere on Peacock, which is under WWE, and you'll find the WWE Extreme Rules. And they always have them listed weird. It's listed like season 2, episode 1. There's only one of these a year, so I don't know why they have but whatever. That's just how they categorize everything. So you'll find season 2, episode 1, and we're going to go all the way up to 22 minutes and 5 seconds. So you find that, and we'll go ahead and, you can pause it if you haven't found it yet. But we're going to go ahead and play it. So in 3, 2, 1, play. So this is the angle I was talking about. So they're showing a barber chair. That's what you should see right now. And this is it's not a hair versus hair match or even a hair versus mask match, because this is just the stipulation of if CM Punk loses, he has to shave his head, because at this time he's bringing people into the straight edge society, which we are going to watch the entrances. I know the past few times I haven't watched them because they've been so long, but the entrances actually play a part, like showing the barber chair, showing them coming out. Like you see CM Punk right here, he's eyeballing the chair, and he's kind of putting his hands through his hair. He doesn't want to lose his hair, right? And that's kind of an old school thing of hair versus hair, or lose or whatever, that kind of I'm trying to think who else did it. Jeff Jarrett did it against X-Pac, and that's one I remember just because I've seen it so many times. I'm trying to think if there are any more. I believe I can't remember who. I think I want to say Bill Dundee did something where like his wife would have to shave her head. It's something along that line. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's something along that line there. But you see him coming out here, CM Punk, and this is a more rugged looking CM Punk than what we see today. And he's got with him Luke Gallows, who I am a huge fan of. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Good Brothers, the OC, whatever you want to call them. I think they're a great tag team. They are one of my favorite tag teams around today. Haven't seen them much lately, but hopefully they'll get back into the ring. But he's got Luke Gallows with him, and he also has Serena. And as you can see, if you're watching this, they both have bald or shaved heads. That's kind of the angle, right? So it's kind of, like I said, it's a really cool stipulation, if you will. I do like gimmicky stipulation matches. It brings a little more to the table. So here comes Rey coming out. He's always had just great gear. So he has a really cool mask over his mask when he's coming out this time. But Rey Mysterio, man, I've been watching him in WCW when he first kind of got into the States and started to really make a name for himself. And then to see him here, watch him in Lucha Underground, it's really, really great. And like I said, that's a really cool, it's not really, it's a mask over his mask, but then you see he's doing something there with the barber chair as well. But it's almost like a hood in a way. So that's pretty neat. Got kind of a half skull and half his normal mask on it. And his gear has always been great. It's going to give the mask over the mask to a kid. Always like seeing that. Get the fans in there, get them involved. It's great stuff. On the commentators on this one, announce table, I guess. The 3 guys sitting at the announce table are going to be Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, and Matt Stryker. So a little bit about this event. It took place on April 25th, 2010 in the First Mariner Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. And you see it, and it's not, and if you're still watching this, they're not just they're not rushing into the match. They keep showing the barber chair. They keep showing CM Punk, kind of really adding value to his own hair. He keeps, just like touching his hair and putting his hands through his hair. And even Serena there is doing the same thing as well. Like they're trying to protect him in a way, right? So yeah, this is a longer storyline between the two. This isn't the first match they had. They did have a match at WrestleMania of this year, I believe, where there was a stipulation as well, not to this extreme, but it was if Rey would have lost that match in WCW, if Rey would have lost that match at WrestleMania, then he would have to have joined the Straight Edge Society. So there's a lot on the line. That kind of stuff comes up every now and then in wrestling when you have a faction who kind of singles somebody out. They try to recruit them. That person doesn't want to be a part of their crew, but then they have a match where, well, if you lose, you have to be a part of our team. That happened in WrestleMania. Rey obviously won, which led to this. Now you're going to put something on the line. You're putting your hair on the line against me. So here we go. They're moving and grooving. Got a good drop kick there from Rey. And that's what I can't remember how old Rey is here. You gotta think, especially if you're my age, you've seen Rey Mysterio in the 90s in WCW, very young when he started. He's still today decently young. I don't want to say decently young, but he's not too old now. He's still doing it. So he's done it for a long time. And I can't remember exactly how old he was here, but still moving around, man. He's a high flyer. It's great. I love seeing it. So we're got a little kick to the face there on the outside. But yeah, so this isn't the first match I've seen of CM Punk, because over the course of like the past week, I have watched a few of them. I watched the Brock Lesnar match, which was pretty good. I liked it. And then I watched the storyline between CM Punk and John Cena later on. That's kind of where you get to the best in the world and stuff like that. And it was good too. I'm not taking anything away from CM Punk. I know fans, it seems like fans either love or hate him. I'm just not, I don't have, skin in the game. I don't care. I think he's good. I have no problem with him. I'm going to see what he does now. It's just, you have all those stories from AEW kind of, it's like a cloud, it's like dark cloud hanging over his head. And he probably doesn't care, but it just seems like fans anymore, we make a little too much out of nothing. So who knows what really happened at AEW. But like I said, what I've watched just recently of his previous matches in WWE, he's good, man. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to do he's best in the world or anything like that. I just, I probably want to watch a little more before I just don't get it, I guess. But anyway, they're putting on a great match here. Rey and CM Punk on the outside doing some work. And again, that's a beautiful shot, kind of over the shoulder of the barber chair, and you can see him down in the ring. Really cool angle, really smart, really creative. So here we go. We're back in the ring now. But yeah, and back to CM Punk. That's mainly why I wanted to do this match, is to talk about CM Punk. Like I said, I don't know much about him. I know that he was on the indie scene for a long time. I know he was not a decent name. He's a big name for ROH. And there's a lot of guys that came through ROH, and he kind of led the pack a little bit. So you had that, and you had all the stuff with AEW. I didn't see much of his stuff in AEW either. So I don't know. I'm interested to see what he does now in WWE. I do think him coming back kind of overshadowed Randy Orton's coming back because Randy Orton was out for like a year and a half with an injury, or not an injury, but he had surgery, which was from an injury. But so I was which I'll talk about Randy Orton later, because when that dude came back, he is a monster now. But so I was kind of not disappointed, but I was just, oh man, that kind of sucks, because everybody was anticipating Randy's big return to the ring, in which they let he was going to be in that match at Survivor Series. And then CM Punk comes out, which I get it. They're in Chicago, and that's all the fans chant in Chicago is CM Punk. But yeah, it was just kind of well, I really wanted that to be Randy Orton's kind of moment, but whatever, it is what it is. So here we are, Rey and CM Punk working in the ring, Gallows and Serena on the outside, and they do really good shots showing them. Serena does a lot of the, it's not really heel stuff, but it's kind of the worried or concerned valet or manager. But you got Luke Gallows kind of getting a little closer. Maybe he's going to do something a little dirty. So yeah, then Rey, like I said, Rey was in WCW. He was in ECW, WWA, Indies, New Japan, and Lucha Underground. I do want to, at some point, I am going to talk about Lucha Underground, because it was, if you missed out on Lucha Underground, find it. Find stuff on YouTube. I can't remember. I used to watch it somewhere. I think I may have watched it on Amazon Prime. But it's such a cool wrestling show, and you recognize a lot of people you didn't recognize. You wouldn't know that you recognize them, but when you look back now, like, oh, hey, that's where that person's from, or whatever. I mean, because it has talent like like Rey Mysterio. It had Pentagon Jr. It had Vampiro. Matt Stryker was there as announcer as well. Who else did it have here? I'm missing somebody. It had Ricochet. It had Brian Cage. John Morrison, I forget what he was there. He was Johnny. Was he Johnny Nitro there? I can't remember. But anyway, there's tons of talent. One was Swerve Strickland. Go and check out. Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland was Killshot in Lucha Underground, and he was so good there. And he's definitely making his way to the top. If you've watched that Hangman and Swerve Strickland Texas Death Match, which was 2 weeks ago from now, maybe. I do want to talk about that too at some point in time. Brutal in the right kind of ways. So Swerve Strickland definitely making a name for himself. Check out Lucha Underground. It's good. It's a good looksy-loo. So we got CM Punk dropping some legs on Rey, doing the quick leg drops. So yeah, this is what we're doing here. We're watching some CM Punk wrestling. And like I said, I'm not going to harp on CM Punk because I don't know, but I missed out on it. And fans erupted when he showed up at Survivor Series. And this isn't when he's, like I said, this is way before Best in the World. He's the heel in this situation, and Rey Mysterio is the face. People are just, cheering for Rey. They don't want CM Punk to win because they want to see CM Punk get his head shaved, which, yeah, that's what we want to see. So we got some, we got a hold here in the middle of the ring, and this is modern. This is 2010. I would consider this modern just because of the look. I mean, the stages now are more screens. They're not what do I want to say? They're not sets like they used to be. There's not a lot of stuff. It's just screens, and kind of visual that way. But this still had a different, like I don't want to say a unique set for every big show. But we're to the ring where it's the ropes are the same color, the turnbuckles are all the same. This is before the apron video when I had because now WWE has like that screen across the apron where they also have entrance videos and stuff like that. So this is, I would still consider this modern just because everybody knows the two wrestlers in the ring. If you watch wrestling today, do you see what? Does that make sense? Because if you watched it, I don't really know if that does make sense. Maybe this isn't modern. Am I talking myself out of this being modern? I think it's modern. It's 13 years ago. Is that modern? So here we go. Rey Mysterio is doing some offense here. He's got CM Punk on the mat. He's going to make his way to the tippy top. And CM Punk thwarts that. And this is after the sign era. And man, I grew up during the sign era for the crowds. And you couldn't even see people half the time because there were so many signs. And I miss it. I thought it was great. There's some really good signs out there. Rey Mysterio set up the 619. Oh, Serena grabs his foot. And got Gallows up on the apron here. Ref's had enough. He's Jack John. He's throwing his hands around and you're out of here, throwing everybody to the back. Serena's gone. Luke Gallows is gone. Luke Gallows, man. There I am. He was Festus, I think was who he was. Didn't get over well at all. Oh man, I do like he does have the Straight Edge Society t-shirt on. That's a pretty cool shirt. I like the logo and stuff on that one. I'm a big merch guy too, man. If you don't have a cool t-shirt, that doesn't work for me, brother. So merch, all that stuff. I like it. There we go. Ray's doing a little moonsault there to the outside on CM Punk. So everybody's thrown to the back. Now it's just Ray and CM Punk. And that's one of the things when I was watching this match. So this is Extreme Rules. And I do want to, I always say I'm going to talk about this stuff later on. And I plan on this is only the third episode. You got to give me some time. But I do like, I'm sorry, I don't like that this is, so the stipulation is great. It's cool. Builds the story in. Awesome. This is at Extreme Rules. And there's rules. So this should be, to me, a no holds barred, I think would have been fine. You could have even done Extreme Rules with somebody bringing a shopping cart down full of, kendo sticks and trash cans, whatever. But I don't like that this is a straight up normal wrestling match. I would rather it be, and that's just because it's at Extreme Rules. If this would have been, I don't know, Backlash, that would have been fine for it to be just a normal match, but whatever, And this pay-per-view is not bad. I did end up watching about half of it. I'll probably finish the other half later on, but here we go. So we got CM Punk and Ray are on the mat. CM Punk just kicked out of a close fall. Is it close fall? I don't remember. They call it false vision finish sometimes, whatever. I'm not real great on the lingo of pro wrestling. Ray setting up something on the ropes here. He's outside on the apron. He's going to jump on the top rope. See what happens. Oh, I don't even know what that is. Not going to try and call it. So that was a cool counter. Ray went on the middle rope to jump back on the CM Punk, and he drop kicked him in midair. That was pretty cool. Another close ball. It's not close ball. Anyway, so it's Extreme Rules 2010. They're going to show the replay of that drop kick again. And like I was saying, it's not that it's a bad match, because it's not a bad match, but being at Extreme Rules, just something, have, even if it was, I don't know, a bull rope match, a steel cage, anything, just some kind of, not for it not to be just regular rules match. CM Punk had a really nice flying clothesline. So here we go. He's getting frustrated. He doesn't have any help by the ring. What's he gonna do, brother? But see the crowd, and this, I like to watch the crowd a little bit too. They're just sitting there. They're not doing a whole lot, which I get it. I mean, sometimes you're not going to stand on your feet the entire show. I understand. This is kind of early in the show. This is within the first, so where we started at the 22-minute mark. So yeah, I mean, this is within the first hour. So this is the second match of the night. So maybe they're just not into it yet. Oh, he's got him set up for the go to sleep. Another counter into a Hurricanrana by Rey Mysterio. Nope, kicked out. So this is where we're picking up a little bit. We're getting more pinfalls. We're getting more to the end here. They're both getting exhausted. CM Punk doesn't know what else he needs to do. And then, like I said, the fans just aren't, they're just not really in this one for some reason. I don't know, which I don't have the volume turned up yet, so I can't hear it. But usually you see people going crazy and stuff like that. I do like that graphic for the Extreme Rules replay graphics and all that stuff. I just pay attention to that weird stuff. I don't know why. Anyway, so we're gonna keep going here with this match. I don't know who the ref is. I thought I had it written down. I do not. I don't know who the ref is. Looks familiar. So here we go. CM Punk's in the corner waiting on Ray to get up. And I do like that the Extreme Rules apron logo. Looks pretty cool. We're going to come through here. Setting up the 619. Rey Mysterio jumps around. Hits it. That usually means the end for Rey Mysterio, man. So we're getting close. Somebody popped out under the ring, slid a chair in. Nobody knows who that guy was. Popped out on the other side of the ring, picks up Rey, plants him on the ground. And again, no one knows who this is. So this is a mystery guy. The ref was distracted because of the chair being left in the ring. So I get that makes sense because there are rules in this match. But again, being at Extreme Rules, I would rather there not be rules. So so here we are. Somebody, a masked person, mystery person, came out, planted Rey on the mat on the outside. CM Punk's going to reap the rewards, picking Rey up, going to get him back in the ring here. And this is the scratch logo WWE as well. I don't know if you guys remember that. This is only 13 years, so a lot of people may not know that one. But WWE's went through this whole thing with their logo, especially when they went to WWE from WWF. So, but yeah, this is the scratch logo. That wasn't Attitude Era. This is an Attitude Era for sure. Picks Rey up. CM Punk's going for the go to sleep. Now the fans are getting in it just a little bit. Boom. Hits him with the knee. Covers him. 1, 2, 3. And it's CM Punk he's a heel at this point. He did, when he covered him, he did a real kind of slick heel thing. He kind of twirled his hair in his hand, kind of the "see, you didn't get me this time" kind of thing. And yeah, so there it was. It was a good match. I liked it. CM Punk, Rey Mysterio. There's very few Rey Mysterio, probably not any Rey Mysterio matches that I don't like, but they're showing the replay here and all that. So you can stop at whatever. I'm done with this match. It was good. I liked it a lot. I liked the angle. I liked the story. I liked seeing Luke Gallows come out there. The mystery guy, who knows who that is? That's something that later on they'll unveil that, because that's most likely a new member of Straight Edge Society. So that's great. So and then yeah, we're up here. I said you could stop it. Maybe you probably shouldn't have. So we're up here. He's sitting in the barber chair. He's making his fingers like scissors, like, oh no, you didn't cut my hair. Luke Gallows is out there, and it's might be worth mentioning that I'm guessing this is sponsored by Gillette. I don't know if it is or not, but you can look on they have like a bunch of shaving cream and stuff on the side on this tray, and they're all labels pointed out Gillette. They never actually said it was sponsored by Gillette, but it's what it looked like. So that's it. That was the match. It was a really cool match. I did like it. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm this huge CM Punk fan, because I'm not. But watching these matches, I'm getting closer to understanding why people think he is the best in the world. And that's great. That's awesome. So we watched some wrestling. Check out the other stuff. YouTube is under Wrestleverse. Check out the Instagram at Wrestleverse. Well, bye.